I have three strong opinions on kind of a hot topic that came out with VR news yesterday, and I'm going to share them on the internet.
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
In an article posted July 10th on The Information by Alex Heath, it is rumored that Facebook will start to acquire and buy game studios to beef up its gaming enterprise. By doing this, it would allow for exclusive deals to showcase Oculus headsets and gain a competitive advantage on the competition. According to two people familiar with the matter according to the article, Facebook has already signed deals for exclusive VR versions of the popular games Splinter and Assassin's Creed. Jamie Feltham from UploadVR also reached out to Oculus to see if the info provided by the unnamed sources was accurate, and Oculus did not deny or confirm the rumors, but responded with the following statement, which was the same statement given to the Information article as well. The response is as followed. The response to Oculus Quest and Rift S gaming has been incredible. We cannot comment on specific partnerships, but we will continue to focus on expanding our library and reaching broader gaming audiences for years to come. So for the purposes of this video, I understand that Oculus and Facebook are two separate companies, although Facebook bought Oculus. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to blanket it and refer to it as Oculus 24/7. With that out the way, I like to stay as neutral as I can, or at least give points on both sides. This video will not be that. I'm fairly strong in my opinions on this. Whether I'm right or wrong, I'd like you to know my thoughts and hear what you think down in the comments. So please let me know if you agree, disagree. I'd like to hear some real conversations in the comments to see what people are thinking about this. With that being said, straight up opinion one, I know there are Oculus Quest exclusives already. I do see the hot topic about Facebook straight up buying studios. I am not a straight up fan of studios being bought. I would rather them stay themselves, be individualistic, because I think Facebook has their hands in enough stuff. However, as much as I disagree with it, it is not going to be the hill I want to die on. I will still, if they do purchase Assassin's Creed content or Splinter and I'm able to play those in VR, I will be playing them on Oculus. I want to make it clear that I'm not the biggest fan of Facebook buying studios outright, but I'm not dying on that hill, like I said. And I just want to make this point clear. That way, when I get back into my next topic, talking about exclusive content, I differentiate. There's a difference between having exclusive content and buying studios outright. I'm not a big fan of buying studios outright, but if it happens, it happens. I don't have to agree with it, but I accept it as it is. Going into that, opinion two is really what I want to talk about. And I hate calling them opinions because it's just a dumpster fire when you do, but that's what they are. This is my opinion. It is what it is. But there seems to be a lot of two camps. There's the camp that is all for an Oculus exclusive, and there's a camp that is not for an Oculus exclusive at all. As far as exclusives go, I want to make it clear that I'm for console or any type of gaming exclusive. I'm okay with it. When I see exclusive, there's only one negative in my personal bubble, basically. And that bubble and that exclusive perk that I can't get is that I just can't play the game if I don't own the console. Now I'm 29 years old. Yes, that is how old I am. I'm 29 years old. And I came to the conclusion a long time ago that I'm just never gonna play every game out there. I'm not going to play Metal Gear Solid series because I don't own a PlayStation. I'm never gonna go back to them. I haven't ever played a God of War series because I don't own a PlayStation. And even speaking of VR games, they're not exclusives, but I still have Onward, Contractors, Sorrento. I haven't played any of those games yet because I just haven't had the time. And with exclusives, that is the only negative to me, is that if I don't own the system, I won't be able to play it. And I'm okay with that, I accept that. But there is a benefit to exclusives that I found in at least my personal gaming experience. In my personal gaming experience, exclusives have given me some of the best content out there that I've been able to enjoy. Because what I find with exclusive content, for those who don't like it, and why I think exclusive content for Oculus is a good thing, especially for games like Assassin's Creed and possibly Splinter, is that first of all, these games may have never been made. AAA developers don't want to develop games for an unproven system like VR. It's not proven yet. And they'll go and develop for things that they're safe with, Xbox, PlayStation, things like that. Well, Facebook's basically fronting the bill here. It's basically forcing the hand and fronting the bill, if this rumor is true, and putting it out there to make this happen. And what exclusives do, exclusives are meant to sell a system. That's what exclusives are for. The reason Halo wasn't exclusive for Xbox was so big is because the original Halo, that sold you the Xbox. And I find that, look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty comes out every single year. It's marginally improved upon, slightly tweaked and slightly added, but it's the same core game. It's not really improved upon. And in reality, what's it doing for us? Nothing new. But Oculus knows that exclusives need to sell the VR headset. They know that their exclusive games that Oculus has have to make you want to buy it. You don't have a VR headset. You don't have anything, but you see the game and you know you want it. So they need to make sure that these games are good. So by Facebook possibly buying these studios and bringing these new Oculus exclusives, well, we might get some of the best polished, full AAA title VR games that we possibly could get because they need to be that way. So when it comes to exclusivity and just being an exclusive store, well, I'm all for it. And that kind of goes into opinion 3 and the final one before I end this video. And you may be thinking, well, and I hear you out. If you're still with me and aren't screaming at me, smashing the dislike button, when you have exclusives or you have these different headsets in different stores, you have the Steam store, the Oculus store, things like that, Viveport if you're using that, and you say, hey, they should be available on all stores and for all headsets because it's PC VR based. Well, I kind of feel you on that. I got my PC right here. And it kind of does suck that I have to have multiple stores for multiple games, buy them again and again for different stores. But right now, these headset experiences that are tethered, we all know it's inevitably going to stop. It may not be 5, 6, 7 years, it could be more than a decade away. But eventually these headsets are going to go wireless. And when they go wireless, is it a PC VR headset anymore? Or is it a new console? Is the Index a console now if it was wireless? Is my HTC Vive over there, if that was wireless, is it a console now? Is it okay to curate these systems as much as they want and have exclusives just like PlayStation and Xbox have lived upon? In my mind, it is. If they're wireless in the future, like I expect them to be, they're now their own console. And each console needs a competitive advantage. It needs a reason why you should go out and buy it. Because at the end of the day, looking at the Xbox and PlayStation right now, well, the hardware is getting very similar. Each one has one thing up on each other. They all have pros and cons. But the hardware is getting more and more similar as time goes on. What differentiates it is the experience you get from each. The games, the brand loyalty, how you built upon it generation after generation of you sticking with the company. And these VR companies know that. And when it goes wireless, I think exclusives are the way to go. So when it comes to Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell possibly being bought, possibly being made Oculus exclusives, well, I'm all for it. I know some of my VR friends, they're really against this, and other ones are really for it. Personally, I think this is the right step for VR. I think Oculus going the exclusive route is the way to go. And as much as people hate on Facebook and hate on, well, they don't hate on Oculus. They really only hate on Facebook, who now owns Oculus. But for all the hate they get, they're pioneering a lot in the VR market. I think Valve should take note. I think Valve needs to bring some more exclusives as well that definitely utilize the Knuckles controllers. But those are just my thoughts. I hope I haven't pissed you all off so far. I'm Eric for President, guys. Please leave a like to support this video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification to never miss an upload. And follow me on Twitter. That's the easiest way to reach me. My DMs are always open. I know this is a hot topic, but personally, I find it great for VR. I'm all for these exclusives. I'm all for Oculus building a brand around their headsets. I'm all for HTC doing it. I'm all for Valve doing it. And anyone who wants to get into the headset market, I'm all for you building your brand. With that being said, I'm Eric for President. I'll see you next time, VR Space Cowboys.